Did you know that how you play games is a reflection of how you live your life? So in my life, I've liked playing video games, but I've been a button smasher. So I've played when I was a kid on the original Nintendo, and there was only two buttons, A and B, and then you've got your arrows. And I just hit the buttons back and forth and hit them as fast as I could. And sometimes I get lucky and I'd have some really awesome moves, but then I couldn't replicate it because I didn't know what combination of the button pushing created that experience. So I just kept button smashing, and then every once in a while I'd have some really cool moves. And I've played video games like that much throughout my life. Even today, that's still the way I would do it. And then my son, he's 13 now, he started to get a lot better at video games than me. But what he does when he gets excited about a game, he immerses himself in the game. He watches YouTube videos about the game. He goes and does all of the trainings that the game offers, the tutorials, so he learns how to push the buttons, do certain combinations, and things like that. And so he gets really good at the game because he puts in the time and the effort to learn the details, to know what buttons do what combinations of button pushing does certain things, and he gets really good at it. And I got to a certain part, I'm playing Jedi Survivor right now, and I got to a certain part where there was one of the boss fights, and I just was struggling with it over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, man, this is taking me forever. And so finally, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do what my son does, because he came in and he watched me struggling with this level, and he said, here, let me try. So he went, he adjusted a couple things, he looked at some things, practiced a couple moves, and within 2 or 3 times, he beat that boss and was able to move forward in the game. So the next time I got to a boss fight, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something different. I went and I did the tutorials, I practiced, and within 2 tries, so it was on my second attempt, I passed this level that I had already been doing it probably 20 times before without getting halfway through it. So there's value in learning the details. Button smashing, I've done that much of my life in other areas as well. I haven't allowed myself to get to the details. I wanted the results fast, and so I'm like, I'm just going to go out, I'm just going to improvise, I'm going to do whatever it seems like, I'm just going to try, right? So yesterday my video was the more often you fail, the more success you'll experience, right? And so I thought that, I'm like, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to fail, and eventually I'll figure it out, right? But what I found is that I've been button smashing in much of my life, and every once in a while I get lucky. I have some really cool experiences. But how do I replicate that? How do I duplicate that and put that into a pattern where it's consistent? And so I've been working on getting more into the details, learning the structure of why things work, what combinations are there, because when I figured out, oh, this is block, this is dodge, and then a few other things, and I was able to put those together and know when to block and when to dodge and how to strike, that helped me get less damage and make it through much more quickly. And so in other areas of my life, such as here speaking to you, or when I'm on stage, or the books that I write, or working with people in my counseling sessions, it's more of like, okay, what are the techniques? Because I've got some techniques I've gotten good at, right? Jump and slice, but I only use those 2 because I know they're good. But oftentimes when we get to these certain areas of our lives, we can't get past it without knowing more of the foundation and the structure of how things work. And so in your life, think about your most recent game. What was your experience in the game, and how does that reflect how you live your life? Pay attention to how you play your games, because that can give you some very invaluable feedback, very valuable feedback to help you know areas where you're weak, areas where you're strong, and what you can do to improve and grow. You may be stuck in your life right now at a level and you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're expecting different results. Well, learn a tutorial, go to a class, gain a new skill, and try that in your life. Because you're only blocked because of where you're at in your life with the knowledge and the experience that you have. As you allow yourself to open up to new ideas, to gain new skills and insight, that can help you move past these blocks. You're only blocked so long as you don't adjust. You're only blocked so long as you don't adjust. And in life, if you, like for me, I've been a button smasher, just smash those buttons, and then as the bosses get more difficult, I haven't developed that strength. And so it's important to go through the hard times to help us develop the strength for the next battle that's coming. Because life is a series of mountains and valleys, ups and downs. We are going to have that next valley. It's going to happen. Just as sure as we're going to have that next mountain peak experience, that's going to happen too. And so how do you play your games, and how's that a reflection of how you live your life? Thank you for being here with me today. This video is a little bit longer than I typically do, but thank you for enduring this and being here with me today. You are a miracle. You have a purpose. I believe in you, and that's why I'm here at Hope to Cope every day, checking in with a message of hope and to remind you that you are a miracle and that you have a purpose. So if today's message was for you, go and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and the sun is rising right now, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. March 4th, and seize the day.